Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic. This has been one of the most ridiculous seasons I think we've ever had at Cascade Valley. We were on top, then we weren't. Then we were on the top, then we weren't. And then we literally have clawed back, and here we are, number 3 team facing the number 1 team for the national title. Now, Miami is undefeated, but some people might call their question a little bit in the schedule. Let's check it. So as you can see, Miami has only beaten a single ranked team at the end of the season. Maybe some of these teams are ranked during the middle of the season or at some point, but you can see that they beat a Cincy team, they beat a really bad Rutgers team, they played some 500 or below average teams, they faced a 7-5 UNC, below 500, below 500, at 500, it's barely above, and then 10-3 FSU, which they beat. But credit to them, they won all their games, which is what you have to do. I don't want to toot our own horn, but you see number 13 Texas, number 19 USC, number 2 Michigan, number 17 Nebraska, number 20 LSU. We've been out here. But the question everybody's been wondering is that will Cedric Thornton start? Will Joe Kendrick start? Well, Joe Kendrick is that guy. He's a redshirt freshman. He's been doing better about just managing the ball and not turning it over. He's getting the start. Could Thornton come back in? Absolutely. But right now we're going with Kendrick, and that's Coach Mervin McMervin's guy. Squad is ready to get things going. Jason Barr in the backfield with Joe Kendrick. These guys are going to try to lead this team against an undefeated Miami. As you can imagine, we're going to be leaning pretty heavily on that run game today and see what we can ultimately get out of it. As Jason Barr goes for another carry, but he only gets 1. Miami's defense is one of their best assets they have. Their offense is solid, but that defense is just significantly better. Kendrick feels the pocket collapsing. He's out here running. He's got a guy, throws it. He's going to hit him, but Willis is going to only get a yard, and it's going to be 4th and long. Our guys getting ready to see what we have on defense here. Miami's going to move a couple of guys around. Stephen Lowe in charge of the running back in the backfield. The running back's going to stay in. They throw one, and oh my God, it's Jake Coleman getting beat by the tight end. It's a great little pass there by Cedric Smith. You know, they're obviously going up for a pass here. They go for the QB run. We were mistaken, but DeMel Hill hits him hard. We're going to guys are pretty heavy here. 2nd and 5. Coleman coming trying to get in the backfield, but their running back's going to pick up a big gain. It's Hill in the tackle again. Miami's picking up big gain after big gain. They are marching in the field right now with little to no resistance. The QB finds some time, finds a pocket. Hemphill gets not a tackle there, and we see David Jones bring him down after 19. But I got to admit, seeing Mike Hemphill miss a tackle, not something I'm ever going to get used to. Go back to the run here up the middle. They're going to see what they can do when their running back falls down after 4. Needing a big stop here, defense. You can bend, but please don't break right now. Go back to the run game. We got a couple of guys there. We trip up Harrell for the backfield. 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Can we get a big stop? Holding him to a field goal will be monumental here. They got a couple of guys, and you're kidding me. Tim Wade leaves Rodney Nelson wide open. Miami's in the end zone to strike first. Rodney Nelson has been one of the best receivers in the nation all season long. That gives him a school record. I mean, he's already building upon it, but 19 receiving touchdowns on the year. It's just unreal what that dude's been able to do with his quarterback. Miami's offense started off incredibly hot, and we're sort of still figuring things out right now on our side. They have a safety up in the box, so we're going to send 2 guys deep, see what these safeties ultimately do. They do drop those guys back a smidge. Kendrick feeling that pressure is going to run. He's got a guy, but he decides to keep it going. He's got some legs here, and Kendrick is picking up a big game, but Kendrick fumbles, and Hawkins is going to recover it. Joe Kendrick has some room, try to stretch it, and he paid the price because of it. Miami's absolutely come out hot right now, and they are on fire. Can we get a stop here? I'm beginning to wonder if we ever can. Mike Hemphill, though, not missing that tackle. Big-time players make big-time plays. We got plenty of them who are due to make a play. Going back for another pass here. They throw one, and I thought it was overthrown. It's not. Hemphill and Wade combined for the tackle, but Hartman gets 22 more yards. Cedric Smith's a perfect 5 for 5 right now. Miami's absolutely cruising. Not really getting much of a stop in the back here, but look at Mark Mullins with a loss of 5 on that tackle. Mark Mullins is one of those guys that really hasn't had the senior season that we thought he might. We thought it was going to be record-breaking potential opportunities here, but he just hasn't really lived up to what he's done in his first 3 seasons. But with this being his final collegiate game, what a time it would be for him to step up and make some big plays. They go underneath. Jake Coleman goes for the interception. He can't get it. He gets the tackle, and they get 12 in the first because of it. Smith still a perfect 6 for 6 after that little dump-off pass. He has an opportunity to run. He's going to try to take it. Stephen Lowe, though, is ready for him and spins him around. Our guys doing their best to try to patrol the middle here, make sure they don't get anything big. They throw one, and it's again Hartman in the end zone. 16-yard touchdown. Smith is throwing dots left and right. Being down 14 is tough. Being down 14 in the national championship game is super tough. Jason Barr, though, just needs 1 block, and 73 can't steal the edge. If he does, he might still be running. Kendrick in shotgun, 2nd and 8. He's got Barr behind him. Throws one, and okay, things are looking tough. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Kendrick seems a little tired at the moment. Probably tired of running for his life, but he throws an absolute dot here, and look at Williams. Terrence Williams moving down the field almost to the 30-yard line. 50 yards later, we got something. It was almost like Kendrick could just hear people in the audience and the crowd saying, you know what, it's not his time. Kendrick isn't really that guy. Maybe we need to put Thornton back in. And Kendrick just shushed every single person in the crowd doubting him. Nice little pitch out here to Willis, but he's not going to really get anything. Probably almost loses a yard. The one thing we have been able to say about Joe Kendrick during his entire career here so far as a redshirt freshman is that he finds ways to make big plays. And good Lord, was that a big play. Nice little route here. Baker gets hit, nearly breaks away from that, but gets 15. First quarter's winding down. Joe Kendrick is absolutely gassed. The man's been running for his life between the offensive line not protecting and just having to scramble left and right. This dude's gassed. Last play of the first quarter here. Kendrick dumps one off that gets batted away. We're lucky it doesn't get picked. 1 for 2 on third downs. This is definitely the biggest third down we've had all game. Kendrick and Barr back in the backfield. With a little halfback screen, he does dump it off. Barr doesn't get a ton of room. He finds a way to push forward. It's 4th and 1. I think we got to go for it. We can't really risk a field goal here. We need a touchdown to set the tone. The offensive line has been getting pushed around. Miami has some incredibly big defensive linemen, but we're trying to make them think a pass could possibly be coming here. They have some pressure off the edge. Barr goes up the middle. Barr's going to try to get something. He doesn't get the touchdown, but he does get the first. 1st and goal. Barr itching to get in the end zone. Get this team a little bit of hope, and Barr goes right through the end zone. He's going to stand up straight. A 3-yard touchdown run. We'll take it. Got to admit, things were looking lay tough, as the French say there, for a little bit. We got this lead, cut in half, back down 7. Nelson moving in motion. They go with a little quick pass. We're able to swallow that one up quick. Cedric Smith, though, is having a heck of a game. 8 for 8, over 100 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns. The dude's been legit. He's the reason why Miami is what they are right now, at least on offense. But defensively, they got a couple of guys we're trying to take advantage of as Smith slides down after gaining 2. 3rd and 2, watching for a quick run, but we're still playing for a short pass. The QB keeps it. We got a couple of guys. We got our ankles broken, and their quarterback still running. Cedric Smith with the longest run of his career right now. Bernard Harvey trying to chase him down. He's close. Can he get to him? He misses the tackle. You've got to be kidding me. How does that happen? And Smith is back in the end zone. A different way this time. As good as we felt about that last drive, good Lord, we feel terrible about what just happened here. Oh, Kendrick throws it off his back foot. It's not pretty, but it is going to be good. Kendrick and Barr back here with the read option. Kendrick's going to keep it. They're definitely keying on Barr a whole lot today. And Kendrick, though we fumbled earlier, we're still going to give him some time to go. Gold slides in the backfield this time. He slides to the right, comes back up here to the left for a nice little block. Barr, plenty of room, and he gets one of his better runs of the afternoon for 11. Gold switches sides this time. Barr ready to run again. Him getting 11 was great, but they come right off the edge and stop him after 1. Eric McMahon has been everywhere for Miami right now. 6 total tackles. We're literally halfway through the second quarter right now. This man's been incredible for Miami. Kendrick immediately feels the pressure. Sees a guy going, throws one in between 2 guys, and just no one can get to that. 1 for 3 on third downs. Kendrick obviously feeling a little bit rattled right now, which I get. Redshirt freshman starting the national title game after not really playing a lot this season. It's a big opportunity for him, but look at Mr. Wilson come up for 15. 6 first downs in Miami's 5, but obviously they're still in the lead right now. Barr with a huge hold up the middle, goes up, and he takes 5. 2nd and 5, 4 minutes left. See RJ Riley get a big gain. He's nearly in the end zone. They say he's down at the 1. Kendrick 7 for 10, 124 yards. He's been fantastic through the air. Again, the fumble obviously earlier didn't help us out at all, but still, this dude has led up some big drives, and Jason Barr goes in the end zone for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Defense, do your job, or right back in it. Can we stop Cedric Smith? The answer so far has been no. He's going with a little bit of a QB keeper. We're trying to find a way to get to him. This dude is breaking tackles and refuses to fumble. Been sitting back a little, trying some different stuff out, but this dude has just been a problem. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the nation for a reason. He floats one here, though, and Fowler's all over it, but they do get a first. A little over 3 minutes left here in the first half. Smith makes a quick adjustment at the line. He's got all the time in the world. Pocket sort of collapsing. We got Dwayne Cole going back here. Dwayne Cole is going to get absolutely mossed. Are you kidding me? What a grab. Scott just made an absolutely incredible grab that I don't know how we can potentially stop that one. Now we're seeing the slowest QB run of all time that nearly goes in the end zone. I genuinely felt good about having Dwayne Cole and DeMel Hill back there. 2 guys that have made some plays for us throughout their careers, but they just couldn't get it done. But look at the big stop here on the goal line again. Question, though, is can our guys get another stop right here? Trying to get in the middle, we do, but it's unfortunately not going to be enough. Harrell, who's been dominating early, comes back in with another touchdown here. I get it. We're down big. We've given up 28 points in the first half, which is uncharacteristic from our team, but we've got to find a way to put some points on the board before this half. Kendrick, who's been Mr. Big Time, comes up here with a throw that is completely away from his receiver, and he was wide open. If he hits Willis there, he's running for at least 10 to 15 more yards, which would have just been huge here, given the circumstances. Over the top, though, we got it, guys. Mr. Baker, don't forget about Mr. CTE, Mr. Doctor. Call somebody, because this man's going to finally get down inside the 20. Joe Kendrick is not without his faults, but, man, sometimes he makes a horrible play. Sometimes he makes an incredible play, but at least he's not really turning the ball over in the air. In the ground, we've obviously seen what's happened. Jason Barr's been pretty much neutralized so far. Only 27 yards, 2.5 yards per carry at the moment. It's not pretty, but he still has 2 rushing touchdowns, which you love to see. This time, though, Sean Stewart on the receiving side is not going to get anything. 3rd in the Big 12 yards. Kendrick 9 for 13, 180 passing yards. Kind of love the production, but we're obviously sitting in a really tough spot. Sending a couple of guys on different routes here. Floated it, but the defensive lineman is there. We got to go for a field goal, even though I don't want to. It was a 38-yarder. Obviously, we're in a dome, so we're not going to be dealing with any wind of any sort. This one is up. Our All-American kicker is going to get that one drilled in. And we're down 11. Miami has the ball. There's about 22 seconds left here in the first half. They're going to obviously try for a couple of plays here. We just got to make sure we lock them up. They had a guy deep. We instead let them go to their halfback, and that was still a mistake. We thought our guys were covering it, but we were wrong. At some point, though, it's just on our players to step up. Do they want to win 3 national titles? Or do they just want to give up big play after big play? It's up to them, but what a sack. Finally, somebody gets to the quarterback. So we get a huge stop. David Jones getting the first sack of the game, and they line up for a pretty big field goal here. We're going to have Hemphill back in case this one ends up being a little bit short, but their kicker is known to be pretty good. This ball's up. It's actually going to be a little short. Hemphill's going to get this one. Can Mike Hemphill make a return that could change the state of this game? Hemphill's doing all he can. He cuts back a little bit, hoping to find a seam because the edge was not going to be there, but still, Miami doesn't get anything. Hemphill gets a little bit of a boost, getting some opportunities with the ball, and now we go into halftime down 11. Now, Miami did get the ball to start the half, but they didn't do anything with it, so a quick punt means that we have the ball right back. Kendrick and company ready to get things going. Joe Kendrick trying to get to the edge. Look at Joe Kendrick, not fumbling. You love to see it. First down again. Kendrick quickly finds Jared Gold. The long lost tight end gets down to the 40. Kendrick has done a fantastic job on some of these plays of just diagnosing that a blitz is coming and finding a guy to get it quickly out to. You love to see his maturation. And uh-oh, speaking of maturation, look at our boy Jason Barr get a big game. Barr's still averaging under 4 yards per carry. He's about 3.5 right now, but still, I will take any positive gain from that dude that we can. His second 11-yard rush of the game. RJ Riley coming into the backfield here. Big play coming up. Riley tries to go with the spin move, and it's all for naught. A loss of 4. With Miami not getting anything here at the start of the second half, if we can come out here and get a touchdown to make this lead a whole lot closer, that would absolutely be huge. Look at Sean Stewart, a guy that doesn't get a ton of pub, but look at him breaking tackles. Look at him moving down in the moves. 18 yards later, he's got a first. Big-time player stepping up, and you love to see it. Miami fans getting a little bit more quiet now. Kendrick and company inside the red zone. And hand this one off to Barr, who again is met pretty much to the line of scrimmage immediately. 2nd and 10. Jared Gold got to step on him. Jared Gold, that one is incredibly jumped by the corner. Massive 3rd and 10. Can we get the first down? Kendrick feels it, throws it. He's got Baker, and Baker gets the first. Not a touchdown, but what a throw and catch. 229 yards and 12 for 18 passing. I know he's not going to get a ton of credit at the end of this game, but Kendrick has just been so good. Barr in the backfield, ready to go. Get a nice block. Barr skirts in the end zone, completely untouched. 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. The man has under 50 yards with 3 rushing touchdowns. I don't care. He's producing. The lead is cut to 4. Can we make a stop? They're running back looking for something, and Tim Wade says, I'm tired of missing tackles. Running back in the backfield with Smith again. They're moving Young over to the right-hand side. Feels like a possible jet sweep, but they keep it with Harrell. We immediately get that one up. Chris Basson on the tackle this time. Miami's an incredible 4 for 5. On 3rd down conversions. We need that to stop right here, right now. Second half, we've been great. Can we get another big stop here? Davis slides over in motion. Coleman watching the middle. They go underneath, and that's nearly picked off by Bernard Harvey. Love to see it. Mike Hemphill, who was trying to return that missed field goal earlier, nearly got away on that one. He's back here for a punt return. A big-time Mike Hemphill punt return would feel perfect here. Jackson punts one away. Hemphill again, pretty deep. Coverage is solid. Hemphill looking to get some yards here. Miami's got some fast guys on the edge. He is going to try to break the tackle, but he can't. But 11 yards is better than nothing. You're starting to feel the sails come out of Miami's win. The win come out of Miami's sails. Can we get a stop? We did. Can we come out here and get some points? Let's hope. Joe Kendrick makes an adjustment. Kendrick feeling it, running, gets hit, but he gets really nothing there. 3rd and 7. There's definitely some throws that we're leaving out there, but again, we're just trying to figure things out. With a young freshman or young redshirt freshman at QB, you just got to see what we got to see. Kendrick stops, pops, hits Baker, and Baker's having a bit of a resurgence today. Another 18-yard grab. When was the last time you saw Tom Baker with over 100 yards in a game? It's honestly been a bit. Jason Barr still under 50 yards rushing with 3 rushing touchdowns, which is just wild. Sean Stewart comes in and gives him a little bit of a breather. They send a pretty heavy group, and they are all over the screen. Maybe we've run it once too many times. We tried our best to mix up the downs. We're calling those on too to maybe throw them off a little bit, but it just hasn't quite worked the way we've wanted it. 3rd and a whole lot of yards. Mr. Wilson open. Mr. Wilson 4th and inches. I think we got to go for it here. Ladies and gentlemen, that was actually Cedric Thornton in on that pass. Thornton is coming to the game. Didn't even realize that until just now. We were so focused on the actual play. It appears Kendrick might actually be hurt. The good news is, I guess, that we still got a first down on the previous play and then the one before that, and we're just trying to stay alive here. All we got to focus on is scoring. Thornton obviously has been in big situations like this before. He's a national title winning quarterback from starting before, and all of a sudden Jason Barr is getting a couple more yards. We'll look to get more info on Kendrick after this drive, but for right now, we're trying to get back in the end zone. Thornton on the QB keeper is going to keep this one, goes up the middle, is going to get the first down. He's inside the 5. Big opportunity here on 1st and goal. Baker slides back in motion. Barr goes up 4 rushing touchdowns. The man's a legend for a reason. Kendrick has been ruled with a mild concussion. He's officially out for the game. It's up to Cedric Thornton to close this one out. We cannot afford to turn the ball over, which is what Thornton has been really known for more than anything at this point. We need him to stay up big, as well as his defense, who gets a big tackle for a loss against Smith. Hancock obviously drilled that extra point. That gives us obviously the 3-point lead that we're holding on to right now. 3rd quarter is winding down. They throw a little dump off pass. Fowler and company right there, and they immediately hit Davis after 5. Honestly, I feel terrible for Joe Kendrick. This kid has played his absolute heart out. He has been so good this afternoon, but he's just not going to be able to finish this game. Now, a wide receiver screen goes over to the side of Nelson, the award-winning receiver, but we are all over this. Fowler gets the tackle. Back-to-back drives. Miami can't really do anything with it. They're forced to punt it 2 drives in a row after absolutely dominant. They had 28 points in the first half, but they only get 0. Literally 0 there in the 3rd quarter. Look at Hemphill. Hemphill's turning up. Hemphill's got an opportunity. Mike Hemphill hasn't had a punt return like this in a long time. He ends up getting taken down, but 38 yards later, we're here for it. What we've done these last couple of drives has been a total team effort. Every single facet of this team is driving to try to put points to the board for Cascade Valley. We're obviously not trying to pass too much with Thornton in, who is known for turning the ball over. We're trying to stick to the run game as much as we can. Barr has been pretty solid these last few attempts. Tries to get something here. It's not going to be enough, though. He only gets 3. We're 3rd and short. Monumental down here. What are we going to ultimately find? Riley's going to be sending a streak route. Thornton feels the pressure. He's got some room. Thornton cuts up a little bit, and Thornton gets the first down and holds on to the rock. 17 first downs this game to Miami's 9. Miami absolutely has played well, but just not well enough so far in this second half. We're trying to close this game out. Willis comes in the backfield with Stewart. Pitches this one out. Jeremy Willis looking to get in the end zone, and Jeremy Willis, the big fella, is in the end zone. 14 yards later, this lead's going to double digits. Our defense has given up not a single point in the second half. If we hold on to that, we're walking out here with an absolute W. Lowe tries to get in the backfield, can't quite get the tackle. Hemphill absolutely gets blown by Harrell, who's had a really good game so far today. Is chased down by Dwayne Cole, who picks up a massive gain, though. Miami obviously feels good right now. They're already in the right side of the 50. They know this offense is high power. They know this defense can hold if they get an opportunity. Their defense has just been letting them down a little bit these last few plays. DeMel tries to get the tackle. He can, and Nelson is forced out of bounds after a 12-yard run. Miami's picked up the pace a little bit, added a little bit of trickeration, and things have gotten more difficult for our defense to really stay at home. Nelson coming back in motion. They fake it this time. They're going to give it to Harrell. Harrell, though, is taken down by Lowe pretty quickly after 2. Keenan in the run a little bit. Lowe and Coleman send it on the blitz. Can't really get any pressure on the quarterback. He throws an absolute strike to Hartman, who does get 8. Smith has only thrown 3 incomplete passes on the afternoon, which is just unreal. Jamel Hill's going to be in coverage, which means we got to get at the quarterback pretty quickly. Gets a little bit of a liability. They throw underneath. This time, Hemphill breaks up the play. What a play by Mike Hemphill, who's been huge today. 4th and 2 with 5 minutes left. Miami's opting to go ahead and run this football, or run a play here. But I don't know if they're going to run or pass, and we're assuming a run is coming up. They go with the pass, try to get some pressure on the QB. We got a little bit of pressure. Harvey gets there. They end up going to a guy, and they're going to get the first down. What a play to extend that demand for 3. One of the bright sides is they were actually getting a little bit of pressure on the quarterback finally. This one's going to be a broken tackle. Coleman can't get him, but DeMel Hill wraps him up at the line. Backup running back comes in this time beside Smith. They go with the halfback draw. We weren't expecting that. Coleman can't get the tackle. Gross tries, but they do get almost the first here. 3rd and inches to go. Smith pretty gassed. They're going with a little bit of a QB run, but look at that. Tony Rutledge stands him up, making it 4th and 4. Miami's attempted 1 4th down. They've gotten it. We saw that a little bit ago. Oh, we got some bad coverage options coming up here. Do we slide Dwayne Cole over enough? They throw one and it's on Cole's man who's down at the 1 yard line. A little over 3.5 minutes left. Miami, where I really want to be, on the doorsteps to try to make this a game. All of a sudden, they've got Hartman who's wide open. We got to make sure Coleman swaps over because we have nobody on their receiver. They go with the QB keeper. We're trying to get there. Cole is trying, but Cedric Smith gets that touchdown. We got a ball game again. Joe Kendrick out for the game. Cedric Thornton, an opportunity to stake the clean back, to be the #1 quarterback on this team. They know we want to run it. You saw it right there. We have to pass the football a little bit here. Now, Cedric Smith actually got hurt. Their starting quarterback, which means he has bruised ribs. He's going to be back in a little bit, but they just don't know when. Jason Barr gets a huge gain, but it's not enough as we still have 3rd and 5 coming up. 5 for 9 on 3rd downs. Over 2 minutes left in the game. You need Thornton to come up huge here. He's got a guy. He hits him. Mr. Williams is going to hold on to that one. Terrence Williams with another big catch. Huge play there. Terrence Williams with Thornton. We see now they use their first timeout. 2 timeouts left for Miami. A little over 2 minutes left. Doing our best to try to milk the clock a little bit. Barr goes up to the left-hand side. Gets 2 this time. 2:01 on the clock. Miami has 1 timeout remaining. They're down 3 points. They desperately want and need to stop. Thornton trying to find a way. Goes back to the middle. And he sees the guy blitzing off the edge. And he makes it 3rd and 5. Converting 60% of our 3rd downs is no easy task, especially against this defense. Got a pretty heavy set with 1:57 left. Miami's obviously used their last timeout. Barr can't quite get the first down. Miami's going to get the ball back with some time on the clock now. And we had a pretty close punt that was nearly out inside the 3 yard line, but ended up being a touchback. So Miami with the ball. Not a lot of time. What can they ultimately do here? They throw one. They test Matthew Fowler. Matthew Fowler, who has had issue after issue this season, makes the play that just won the season. Matthew Fowler was a player that was trying to transfer. We had some coaches leave. He was trying to leave the school. I believe it was either Illinois or UVA that he was trying to transfer to. And we said, no, come back. We got plans for you. And boy, did we ever. And maybe Matthew Fowler didn't know what his role was going to be in this team, but it was helping us win national championship. Not one, but multiple national championships that would not have happened without him, especially this one we're about to win. And here on the doorstep with 30 seconds left, the greatest player in Cascade Valley history, Jason Barr. Tries to go in the end zone. It's going to be Sean Stewart this time at the touchdown vulture. Okay, excuse me. Hold on, we're calling the timeout. We want Jason Barr back in the end zone. Stewart's had a pretty rough game on the ground. He's only run the ball twice, but he's lost a yard pretty much each single time. Barr goes back in here. Barr goes in the end zone for the 5th time today. A legend doing legend things in his final game in Cascade Valley. This team has really done the unthinkable. The 3rd national championship for Cascade Valley. We were down massive. We had so many issues, especially defensively. We could not stop them at all, but the defense did their job. Joe Kendrick put this team on his back. And Cedric Thornton, to his credit, did not turn the ball over and ran a functional offense that really helped us. But Matthew Fowler, the kid that tried to transfer, the kid that we begged to come back, the kid that gave us another chance, he's the reason that we're going to walk out of here with a W today. Player of the game is Jason Barr, 27 carries, 104 yards, 5 rushing touchdowns. Coach Mervin McMervin, hoisting yet another trophy. The legacy of Cascade Valley is absolutely incredible. It is something that you should be proud of, and I'm happy to be a part of. This team has done it, and ain't nobody shocked about it. Recapping the stats for today's game, Thornton ends up playing and doesn't turn the ball over. Granny only throws 2 passes, but they were 2 very important passes. 2 for 30 yards. We love what we saw there, but Joe Kendrick, in my opinion, I know that we saw all the touchdowns by Jason Barr, but you could really argue that Joe Kendrick was the MVP of this game. He was incredible. He was poised. He had a couple of errant throws that he missed, but man, this dude made big play after big play, which really kept us in this national title. On the ground, Barr again going for 104 yards, 5 rushing touchdowns, really just showing people that he should have won the Heisman this year. They didn't put any love in this man. They didn't give this man any respect in the final part of the season. They showed him he's still the best in the nation. We also had a big touchdown by Jeremy Willis, which is one of my favorite plays we saw in today's game. The receiving side, Tom Baker, 4 for 101. No touchdowns through the air today. Stewart at 3 for 14. We see Williams at 2 for 66. Willis again, 2 for 16. Wilson at 2 for 29. 2 big catches for him as well today. Gold, Riley, and Barr also come in big this afternoon. And then the defensive side, we're going to see Tim Wade with 6 tackles. Obviously, Matthew Fowler with 4 tackles. We'll talk about him again in a second with Stephen Lowe, Jay Coleman, and Dwayne Cole also coming in there at 4. From a sack perspective, we only had 1 from Mr. Davy Jones-Locker in his senior season, his final game, and interceptions. We had 1 today by Matthew Fowler. And good Lord, was it an incredible one. At the end of the day, look, Cascade Valley wins their 3rd national championship, and this has been beyond incredible. I am super proud of what this team has done, what they've accomplished, and where they've essentially been to. But you know what? The story ain't done just yet. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.